Hey, we're live finally with
Hello
Blue
there.
Harvest Toys from all the way from the UK. How's it going over
Yeah.
there?
It's been red hot this week. It's cooled down a bit today, so I'm not sweating today, so I'm all right.
Yeah. Well, I just came in, took a shower, and plopped down for about 20 minutes before this show. I was helping my neighbor, put out mulch or what. I was doing it all by myself, but
Yeah,
helping her out. Uh, and it is steamy hot here. So
yeah,
I'm so glad you could join us all the way from the UK because it's like 9 p.m. there, right?
yeah. It is. Yeah, 10 o'clock. Sorry.
10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What did I
So
say?
it's past my
9
bedtime.
a.m.? Did I say a.m.? The mind says something, and I don't
Yeah,
know. The
10
mind
p.m.
thinks
Yeah, yeah,
something, and the tongue
yeah.
says something else.
I'm getting old. It's past my bedtime.
Oh well, we won't try and keep you too long, but
Uh,
yeah. Would you call yourself a mega collector?
no,
No.
no,
Now you've had
definitely not. No.
previous. I think on your channel, you've had previous collections, right? That you kind of lost or gotten rid
Yeah,
of or sold, or
yeah.
it's
Well,
it's ever
I am a dealer.
evolving.
I am a dealer as well. I used to have my own toy shop, so
Okay.
I'm like probably 60% collector and 40% dealer.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a good mix, right?
Yeah,
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 that keeps you from going under financially.
yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. You've always got. There's always something you want new.
Yeah,
So you
definitely.
have. There's some things you've got to prepare to move on to get something new.
Do you have a short list of holy grails that you're looking for?
A shortlist.
A short
Yeah, I've
list,
got.
yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, I've got the full '96 vintage Star Wars figures, but there's certain ones that I would still like to get, like a double telescoping Luke, which
Yeah,
is essentially just a telescope, I suppose, because I do
right.
have the Luke. Blue Snag, um,
Yeah.
vintage, the vinyl kit shower, things like that. Just like the variants, really.
The expensive ones.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. I
the
know I'm
rare
never
ones,
ever.
the
I mean,
rare
I
ones.
could say Rocket Fighting Boba Fett, but I know I'm never ever ever going to get one of those. Even if I was a
Oh,
multimillionaire, I wouldn't be
oh,
able
now
to
Blue
justify
Harvest,
that.
you stepped right into my next question, which was, have you ever came across something that you never expected you would own, but you got to buy it and add to your collection? I know I have.
Um, I think really that probably be the Palitoy Death Star.
Okay. You never
Um,
thought you'd get that, and then you came
well,
across
no,
one?
I never thought I'd ever have that because I
Yeah.
know that how expensive they actually are.
Mhm.
They're not rare. They're not rare. People
Right.
people bandied the rare about too much. Um,
Right. Well, just
and-
because something is scarce or
yeah,
rare doesn't
yeah,
necessarily mean
or
it's
very expensive.
very valuable.
Yeah,
Right.
if you
Or
look at
just
Star, if
because
you look,
something is old
yeah,
and antique does
yeah,
not mean that it's
no,
expensive.
no. If you,
Right.
for example, Star Wars figures,
Mhm.
they were sold in the millions.
Right.
If you miss out on one, don't worry, there'll be another one around the corner. But
Right.
there's like Rocket Fighting, like I said, Rocket Fighting Boba Fett is rare because it's like it was a prototype and it was never produced. Vlix,
Right.
Vlix from the Droids line is rare simply because it only came out in Brazil.
Mhm.
There are a few of them about, so it's not really mega rare, but that costs you a lot of money, and it is for a Star Wars figure that is rare.
Now, do you have any promo items that were never up for sale but just promoted toys or
No,
no? I
I've had
kind of
like
collect promo stuff. The
yeah, I've had
value
like
doesn't.
um, Hot Wheels. I've had like prototype Hot Wheels, but they that was
Mhm.
from Star Wars Celebration where it was like the Boba Fett prototype Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
So they were kind of mass produced. It wasn't really prototype as such, but
I
had
know
it
I
signed
have
by
some
the designer as
prototype
well.
Pez and other things, that are like just never mass produced. They were just like a prototype. I collect
Yeah,
Pez dispensers. Do you have any Pez dispensers in your
I have a
collection?
couple. I have a couple. I've got Emperor Palpatine.
Okay. Is it the
Um,
glow in the dark?
no,
There is a
no,
glow in the dark.
is there?
Yes.
Oh,
His face
right.
glows.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know. He might do actually. It's
I
down.
may
It's
have
right
to
down the
send.
bottom on the bottom
I
shelf
may
down
have
there.
to send you one.
Yeah.
I like the Palpatine purple that kind of sparkles.
Yeah.
You know, the stem.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've kind of got a thing for Palpatine at the moment.
Oh, do you?
I've just been sent the Emperor's Throne Room from one of my viewers, and that was just amazing. And it's really good. I don't. Hey, Mark. There's Mark.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like to buy many modern things. I don't like Hasbro. They just
Yeah.
regurgitate the same old thing, just repaint it, repack it,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just trying to make money. And the prices have gone up astonishingly. But this Emperor's Throne Room is really good. It's just I like something that's designed well. Kenner Palatoy back in the day, the designs were amazing. Again, the Palatoy Death Star is just so well designed. I mean, I go back to like He-Man.
Mm-hmm.
The names they thought up of those figures and the designs, they're just coming out of the head.
Yeah. Moss
Today,
Man.
these days, there's nothing new. There's no nothing well designed. They're just going back to the 80s and just rehashing the old stuff.
Well, it's not just in toys, though, is it? It's in movies and television.
Yeah.
They just seem to rehash like they've ran out of ideas. And
Yeah,
I
totally.
can think of a million ideas, you know, of even
Yeah.
sequel. I mean, if you had to go back on how to make it better, I think a lot of it they're not fans.
No.
It's more money oriented. A business.
Totally, yeah. I think it's due to the lack of imagination from people.
Yeah.
Like kids don't have to have imagination anymore. We used to play with those toys. I saw Star Wars in 1978, and I didn't see it again till 1982. Simply
Right.
because there was no. It was on TV. Wasn't
No
we didn't have VHS.
No.
We had to go see it at the cinema. So for Star Wars, for me, is the toys, not the film.
Now, how long?
And we made our own stories up.
I know here. See, I saw it too when I was a kid, and I saw it in the 33rd week of showing here in town. 33 weeks because it took that long to get my mother to go take me and my cousin. And it was in the theater for like a year and a half. I don't know any movie except maybe Titanic or King Kong or Passion of the Christ that ever did even anything.
Well, Star Wars was in movie theaters for 5 years before Return of the Jedi came out, because when Empire Strikes Back came out, there was double bills.
Okay.
You had Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
And
then
then
people would watch it 10 times, 15 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we tend to forget, you know, when the Millennium Falcon went into hyperspace and streaked into hyperspace for the very first time, I can remember the audience going, ooh, because they were so amazed. Now, if you show that
into the Doctor Who vortex.
Yeah, I mean, we'd never seen anything like that before.
Yeah, no.
And basically it was Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers, wasn't it?
Well, that's what George Lucas initially wanted to do. He wanted to do Flash Gordon, but he couldn't get the license. So he thought, I'll make my own story up. And he did. So it's a homage to Flash Gordon and the Japanese cinema as well. It's a mix between the Japanese cinema. It's a mix of a few elements, but it was meant to be the serial.
Well, now I know Spielberg and Francis Ford Coppola especially helped him a lot in that movie in crafting what they called a mess. He was going to do a one and done and be done with it, and it turned into a lifelong franchise for him.
Totally.
It was kind of like lightning in a bottle, huh? Kind of like
with Indiana Jones. I mean, that if Star Wars hadn't have happened, we wouldn't have had Indiana Jones, because Spielberg and Lucas went on holiday when Star Wars came out just to get away from it all. And then Spielberg said to George, he wanted to do James Bond. And he said, I've got this idea called Indiana Smith.
Interesting.
And then that's how they collaborated on Indiana Jones, and which, by the way, Raiders of the Lost Ark is my favourite movie of all time. not Star Wars. I love Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Just because of the adventures of it, and can you see yourself in the character? Like you would
it
like
was
to
a
be
human
Indiana
character,
Jones?
wasn't it? It was a human character because, like, at the end of it, where he said it's the mileage.
Did you like the third one, Crusade, that actually had
Yes.
James Bond in it?
Yes. Oh, I love Sean Connery. Love Sean Connery.
Sean Connery's great, isn't he?
Oh, it was, yeah. Fantastic.
And what a franchise. I mean, starting with Dr. No, and I mean, he will always be Bond to me, just like William Hartnell will be Doctor Who to me, even though I wasn't alive then when he came out. But when I started collecting, I've only been collecting Doctor Who for like 6 years, maybe 7.
All right.
I started when I was 50. I'm 56 now. I'll be 57 in November. And I don't know what month I bought the first 3 stories of William Hartnell. I said I might as well start at the first.
Yeah.
Had them 30% marked down at Barnes & Noble. And went in and got it and said, I love early TV. I love this stuff, but I can remember on Saturday morning they showed Doctor Who here, and I didn't get it. They actually showed a Hartnell story, and then after that they showed the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, and then they showed William Pertwee, and they might have even showed Tom Baker after that, but I never quite got it. Now, Tom Baker I saw here a little bit more, and like K9, like the Companions, I thought
Sarah Jane,
yeah, Sarah Jane was beautiful as a kid. You were like, whoa,
Yeah.
I thought that about Supergirl when they did the Supergirl movie. I thought, oh, she's so pretty.
Helen Slater. I had Helen Slater posted up on my wall next to Slave Leia.
Standing there like that with her, or was that Superman?
Oh, I loved Helen Slater. Yeah, that gets me. These McFarlane figures that are coming out. Where's the Supergirl? Where are the Supergirl figures?
Yes, this is live.
Blue.
Yeah, Blue's in here. Yeah.
Yeah, well, where are the Supergirl figures? Where's the Helen Slater Supergirl figure?
Well, let's face it, women action figures don't do as well. I know when the Ninja Turtles first came out.
He actually got into a bit of trouble, did McFarlane, didn't he, for saying that?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe things have changed, but back in the day, I know when Ninja Turtles came out, and the female figure,
we'd never buy a female figure, would we? Because it's essentially a doll. It turns it into a doll.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have any Princess Leia figures. I think I got the Princess Leia Hoth. Hey, Lobot, how you doing, mate?
Now Lobot was that the bald character's name that had the earpieces?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now he was in Doctor Who, and he's been in other things too.
There's a lot of Star Wars actors
in the Mutants. Yeah,
that have been in Doctor. Jeremy Bulloch.
Oh, that one that played the Admiral. He played in a lot of
Michael Sheard. Michael Sheard, I think they called him.
Don't curse on here.
I can do worse than that.
I bet you can. And Lorenzo's in here. Hey.
Hey, Lorenzo.
So I love that you like Star Trek and Star Wars. It is possible, isn't it? I see
Star Trek was my first love.
You.
Star Trek was my first love. I mean, we're talking about Batman.
Yeah.
Batman was the first TV series I was actually had to watch every week. And then it was Star Trek.
The 1966 Adam West.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was your first. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the Green Hornet?
No, we never got that.
Okay.
That I know of. We didn't get it. We might have got it initially in the 60s, but in the 70s, it was all reruns of Batman. Every Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, every Saturday morning.
You're aware of it,
sit down and watch it. We had to watch it.
You're aware of Green Hornet, though.
Yeah.
Bruce Lee was in that?
Yeah.
Kind of made him a star?
Yeah, I mean, there's a corgi car out of that, and I've never had it. The Black Beauty.
Oh, yeah, I bet that's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice car, actually. I mean,
there was a Batman.
Show us that
car as well. Batman. That was your first toy?
Yes, they've got it here. Not this
Yeah.
is not the one that I had, but
Oh, okay.
that is the original 1966 version because it didn't have the tow cable. The tow
Mm,
cable came later because
right.
well, the back bolt
Actually,
came out.
there's several variants on that,
Yeah,
aren't there? In
I've done
packaging
videos
and
and you can see the flames come out when they're.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
just again
Mhm.
amazing design.
Well, and
Corgi
they
were
kept
amazing.
that in production till the 80s, didn't
Yeah.
they? In some
Oh yeah.
form.
Yeah. Same as
And
the Aston Martin. The design work on that and just had all the gadgets that worked on it. Fantastic.
and they're better made, aren't they? They're
Oh
better
yeah.
made die cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that is from 1960. That is older than me. And look at it. Look, it's
Yeah.
still
It's a beauty. It's a
yeah.
black beauty. Just
It's
not that one.
that one. And it all still works.
Yeah.
The blade comes out and the missiles fire at the back.
Oh yeah. I mean, it is an awesome little toy. Now it's larger than a Hot Wheels, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or a Matchbox. Yeah. It's a
Oh
little
yeah.
bit larger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I never have
Corgi did that scale, and
I
then
have sold
they did the
hundreds of
small
die
scale as
casts.
well.
I have sold hundreds of die casts on eBay, and I never have figured out the scale of things.
No.
What scale is this? I'm like, it can tell you on the bottom, and they go, that's
Well,
not.
no, 'cause you've got the Matchbox scale,
Yeah.
Hot Wheels Matchbox Corgi Juniors. Then you've
Mhm.
got your bigger ones, which is the Corgi, proper Corgis, or the Dinky that we had before Corgi.
Yeah.
Well,
Show us
it
that
was the same
Dinky.
time.
Show us that Dinky, that Space 1999. You
Yeah.
said you just completed that. Show that.
Yeah, I've just
Yeah. Now that's an eagle.
videos coming out tomorrow. Spoilers for the video tomorrow, but yeah.
Now, what kind of paint did you use on that to restore that a little bit?
I just bought some acrylic from
Okay.
but for the metallic green I had to get some special metallic green paint. But I think I've done
Oh,
I'd
it
like
looks
to think
great.
that yeah.
Yeah.
All the paint was chipping off underneath.
Yeah. Like I was
And
telling
I
you
think I've done a
earlier,
pretty
I
good
still
job.
have the undercarriage. Can you take the undercarriage off for us and show us? I still have my undercarriage survived from my childhood. Yeah. It just clicks
Yeah,
right
there
in
was
there.
few
Has
different pods.
has a little plastic door, little clear little
Yeah.
windows, and then underneath are plastic pods and landings. Yeah.
Yeah, I had
That's
to
neat.
re-chrome all the chrome parts and everything like that, and I had to paint that a bit. But
Yeah.
one of the windows had popped out. I had to put the window in.
I
But
know.
there's like
One of
different.
my
You can get different colours. It's amazing.
You can get replacement stickers, replacement parts for
Oh
old
yeah.
toys, can't you? Yeah.
Luckily,
there's
that
a
has
lot
already
of
got the
people-
stickers on.
Yes, I did ask him to show us Dinky.
Yeah, that's me dinky.
Dinky, but not Winky. There's a difference. Lobot says, damn, looking good.
Thank you.
You do a really good job, Mark.
Yeah, and I've
looking good.
I've done a bit of a history and all the different variants on this video as well. So I'm quite happy with that.
So what is your
Thank you, Rick.
favorite thing? Is it that bat car? Is that your favorite? Because you said that was your first toy, and you did have to replace it. Somehow it got lost or something, right?
Yeah, well, to tell you the truth, I played with it that much. My dad had to buy me another one. He was very frugal, shall we say?
Mm-hmm.
And coming from Yorkshire, we're all frugal up here. But it was kind of, I generally got what I asked for. Mainly, I wasn't spoilt. They didn't have a lot of money, but what they could afford, especially at Christmas, they said just choose what you want.
Right.
And he actually came up to me once, and I was playing with it, and it was broken. And he says, "Do you want another one? Should we buy you another one?" I went, "Okay." Yeah. So I actually had two of those as a kid. Funnily enough.
Did it have the same features, or had it already changed?
I couldn't tell you, to be sure.
Because the original,
I'd imagine that it would be the same. Yeah, it might have been different because there's so many different variants of it.
There are, like I say, going all the way up into the 80s.
Yeah, I mean, even down to the little fins.
Yeah.
This is the original. And this was made for adult collectors, believe it or not, in 1966. But kids were buying them, so they had to change the
Yeah.
fins to make them less sharp.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
had to whittle down the fins to make them less sharp, so when they put them out for kids, they wouldn't stab themselves with it.
Yeah, and that type of stuff still happens in toys.
Oh yeah,
There was a Builder Bob. I don't know if you know that, but Builder Bob was like a kid show,
yeah.
and had a kind of a pumpkin-headed Spud was his name,
Oh
and
yeah.
and the Pez, he's kind of got a carrot nose.
Yeah.
On the Pez, it was too sharp, so they stunted it.
All
So the
right.
sharp ones are worth more because they were out less.
Wow.
They were out a shorter time. Um, so they still make toys and recall them because they're,
Yeah, of course they
or
do.
at least redesign them so that they're. You would think they would learn.
Do you think there's more health and safety now or back then?
Well, well, uh, we can forgive Rex. Well, that's good. Did I call it a bat car? Well, what am I supposed to call it?
Batmobile.
A Batmobile. Okay. Well, okay. In my defense, I have been boning up on my 66 Batman and been watching the second season. And the Joker had a car. He had in the second season, which was pretty wild. I mean, it had like.
And why did that never come out?
Yeah, I mean, that's a toy that could still come out today. I know a
The
few
Batboat,
years
the
ago.
Batcopter, the Batbike,
I know in
Batmobile.
comics they have 1966 Batman, and I think it's pretty popular. Uh, do you have any comics, and did you have any comics?
Yes, I used to get comics all the time, like UK comics. But we got the Star Wars comics in '78. But there was obviously Marvel UK, and they're kind of different to the US ones. They padded it out more. I think in the US, the Star Wars story was in 6 issues, but it was in 12 issues in our comics. So I have the first 12. I have the first 12 Marvel comics. And we got, I think the first one you got a cardboard X-wing free, and the second one you got a cardboard TIE fighter free. And yeah, I'm still looking for those cardboard X-wing and TIE fighters.
Now I've seen one of your videos where you go to a show, and I saw some stuff that I've never seen before. Of course, you're big over there in the UK. You're big on annuals. I know I have right back. I think right here at my fingertip, and there are 1954 and 1955 Lion annuals, the very first that came out of the annuals, and they're hardbacks.
Yeah. It was a Christmas thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I know they do a Doctor Who annual every year.
Yes.
And that's a big thing. But now I also have some smaller comics that are reprints in black and white that are kind of square. They're Alan Class books. Have you seen those?
No.
When you go to no? Okay. Well,
I haven't seen those.
Now Lorenzo had a question here. So are all Dinkies made by Dinky Toys, or does it refer to a certain
it's a company called Dinky Toys, yeah. Metoy did the Corgi toys, and Lesney did Matchbox.
Now, Matt, I was just getting ready to mention Matchbox goes back to the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Early 50s.
Dinky goes back a lot longer.
Does it?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Pre-war. If you can get any pre-war Dinkies, are worth a fortune. But the thing is, the companies. It's a really interesting story about the companies in the UK because everybody owned each other. So, like Hornby Railways, Meccano, I said Dinky. They all owned each other at one point.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's a complicated story.
Lobot says 30s. Is that for Dinkies?
Dinky, yeah.
Yeah. And what type of did they just do cars? What type of
no, they did all sorts of diecast.
Okay.
Obviously, it was just like bare metal diecast cars initially.
Yeah.
And then after the war, they started putting like little plastic bits in them and everything like that. It's really interesting because I've just read a book about the wars between Corgi, Dinky, and Matchbox. And if you ever get a chance to get out of that book, it is brilliant. It's a lot of technical information in there, but it keeps it as a story. Tells you about the human element of all the workers and things like that. Like Matchbox used to bus people in buses to go to work, and it was nearly all women that worked for Matchbox, just packing and things like that. It's a really interesting story.
Well, now, do you have price guides, toy price guides?
Yes.
Or do you? Yeah.
Yes.
I guess. I mean, there's price guides, and then
I've got a bookshelf there full of guides there, and I've got under there. They're just full of guides. In my bedroom, they just have stackers. I just love reading, and that's how I.
And a lot of them have pictures, right? I mean, they have nice pictures of the toys, so it's a great reference. I love reference stuff. I've got actually a lot of toy price guides that I bought through the years, and then like toy magazines, because they would do it in magazine form too.
Yeah, Tomat,
yeah.
Just done a video on a Tomat guide. Just I found that in a charity shop for £1, and it's worth about £40. It's the Tomat from 1999, but it's so interesting. If anybody's interested in it, I've just done a video.
What a deal! I mean,
oh yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
something like that for £1.
It's a great resource, and it's now. If you saw that book, but you already had it for £1, which is a deal, would you pass it up or get it?
Yes, I'd probably do it. I'd probably do a giveaway.
Yes. What? Would you get it or not get it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely get it. Okay. I get it and give it away on the channel probably.
Well,
I did that with there's a Star Wars guide that I've got, which I've used for years. It does all the vintage, but it does up until 2005. Mm-hmm. So these are every figure until 2005 for Star Wars. Now I saw that I won it on eBay for 99p. I gave it away on the channel to my members. But I've been looking now; they're going for about £100 nowadays.
Wow.
Yeah, but there we go.
Is it because it's out of print?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
You know what it's like with Star Wars. Anything Star Wars these days, just stupid money.
Yeah, but they've really ruined it, haven't they? Or I mean, I'm just not happy with Star Wars right now.
Yeah, you say that, but like last week, I was in the charity shop. And I found this box of soldiers. This box of toy soldiers.
And
it had a little tub in it. Now, the little tub had a few weapons in it. So I thought, I'll have a look, see what this is. And I just saw one Hoth rifle. And they wanted £3.99 for this lot. And I saw one Hoth rifle. I thought, that's worth $3.99 anyway. So I thought, I wonder what's else is in there. So I bought it.
Yeah.
Took it home, opened it, about £150 worth of Star Wars weapons in it for £3.99.
Yeah, because the little weapons, the grenade, like I collected G.I. Joes. So the cantina, the water canteen or the eating kit or like the guns or the grenades, especially since they're so small, are worth more than the action figures, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, totally, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like the last 17 of the Star Wars figures, the weapons are worth 3 times as much as a figure.
But what I'm saying, not necessarily on the market, but the movies. Are you happy with the direction the movies and everything, the way they're taking the franchise? Now, I'm not talking the TV stuff because I know that's a little bit better reviewed, but
I wouldn't say I'm 100% happy. I don't think anybody's going to be 100% happy because we got perfection with the first 3.
Yeah,
they were perfect. You're not going to beat that. Whatever you do, you're not going to make anything.
But don't you think that was the combination of sci-fi, effects plus practical? Because I do think that Yoda looks so much better as a puppet.
Yeah.
Than he
does. The thing
is,
when they did the Empire Strikes Back puppet, that got destroyed, and they couldn't replicate it as good as for. Did you notice Return of the Jedi where his eyes like all over the place? They couldn't replicate that puppet for some reason.
Hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. So I mean, I love any Star Wars. I would watch any Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Right.
Um,
Now, do you like the animated, like Rebels? I've been
yes.
watching those
Oh
recently.
yes.
Yeah.
Clone Wars,
Yeah.
Rebels. Season 2 probably the best, but yeah, Clone Wars absolutely fantastic. I can.
Look, I can sit down and watch a B, C, Z movie. I mean, awful crap. I really can. You know, I've watched some bad stuff, you know,
Yeah.
and it's okay with me. You know, I know what it is going in, but I hate when the effects doesn't live up or the writing or it totally makes no sense whatsoever, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean, this. I mean, let's say Back to the Future when the DeLorean goes back in time the first, and those flames, they look terrible, but that's never been fixed. But
yeah,
we know it looks terrible. That is one of the most perfect movies ever made.
yeah.
But the special effects
A
in
lot
it,
of
some of the
fun.
special effects are terrible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you almost have to look at it as the time that it came out,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
exactly.
if you're putting a modern um, standard on these old films, it's always going to fall short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of
It,
unfair.
it
You have
depends
to look
who's
at
doing
it,
the
and
special effects as well.
I'm a big Charlie Chaplin fan, so I watch silent movies, and I know Lucas is too, and so is Spielberg. They study these silent
Yeah.
films because they like films, and they try and figure out now how did they do that.
Yeah.
And when you look at an old Flash Gordon serial with the scrawling lettering and the music, even so close to Star Wars, and a
Yeah.
lot of people don't even know that. Of course, that's what he was trying to emulate and do, and those were a lot of funs. I can only imagine what it would have been like in the 30s and 40s to go to the theater like every Saturday.
I
I
love Flash
guess.
Gordon in the 70s and 80s when they showed it on TV. I love Flash Gordon.
Yeah. Now, are you talking the 80s movie?
No. Well, yeah, I love that as well.
Yeah. It's got one of the best.
I've got
clean
Brian Blessed's autograph there. But
Okay.
yeah, the Buster Crab serials.
Yeah.
Even Buck Rogers, King of the Rocket Men. I used to love King of the Rocket Men. They never show that anymore.
No, because it's kind of dated. And then there was was like an early 50s Flash Gordon. I think that might have came out of Germany. I'm not sure. That was on TV here in America. I don't know if you know about it, but it was schlocky.
Yeah.
If you know that term, it was schlocky as heck, but a lot of fun. I love watching old film, old TV, and trying to put myself back in that time.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun of it to me, is to see what they had and what they didn't have at their disposal. And I mean, I can look at Fritz Lang's Metropolis and go, wow.
Yeah.
That must have been the Star Wars of its day, because I still don't know how they did the rings, the lighting. I mean, nothing had been done like that before. It's amazing. Even today, I'm like, whoa, I mean, it's just a simple lighting effect, but I just don't know how they did it. But I mean, at that time, it must have been mind blowing. I try and put myself back in the 20s, the mid 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, King Kong, big King Kong fan. Like Godzilla, but big King Kong fan because I've read some on it, and Meryl C. Cooper, I mean, he came up and patented 9 different processes to make that movie. I mean, he had done, it was the first time that RKO had ever done sort of the black back rear projection at any length. I like the movie, but even after I read all about it, it really was the first large monster movie. And at the height of the Depression, when it was really hurting folks, people were lining up around blocks for a little bit of escapism. It
Yeah.
was the Star Wars of its day. And I
Yeah.
just think seminal movies like that, we would not have had Star Wars
No,
without King
you're
Kong.
right.
You just wouldn't. And
No.
like Charlie Chaplin, he invented the Chaplin crane and so many different techniques. He really made movies legitimate, I think, in the minds of people.
Yeah.
At one time, he was the best known man in the world.
Yep.
Even more than our United States president. I just adore Chaplin. You know, I know he was a human and had flaws, but he was such an innovator, you know, in film, and which carries over to TV. And at one time, you know, films, they only, you know, actors and actresses, you only did films or you did TV, but you didn't do both until the system kind of came down, and then the people in the movies weren't getting enough work, so they went over to TV.
Yeah.
Probably in the 70s, you know, 60s.
Well, it's similar today. I think it's similar today. There's certain actors that won't do TV, but with Disney Plus, they're going to have to, aren't they?
Yeah, they're kind of blurring the line, aren't they, with the streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, of course, after the pandemic, there was a lot of movies like that they immediately released or released simultaneously with the movie release, which was really dumb to me, because it really you would think it would cut the sales, you know, but they're really trying to. Do you think that that's the future, the streaming?
Well, everybody's got bigger TVs now, aren't they? I mean, there will always be cinema. Cinema will never die. People always want to go out and watch a movie with other people. Mm-hmm. That's just the way you do it sometimes.
Yeah.
It's an event, isn't it? When you go out, it's like going to the theatre. Theatre will never die. And so cinema's going to be the same. You know what I mean? I mean, you can see a theatre play on the TV, but you still go to the theatre to see it live, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Now, I think I asked you this earlier, but I don't think I got an answer. Besides the car, or maybe you can say the car if you want, or Batmobile. What's your favorite? What's your favorite toy?
That's a difficult one. I think that's a really difficult one.
I know, it's like a dentist, right? Teeth.
I mean, I am trying to get back now some of the toys I had as a kid.
Yeah,
I've got the $6 Million Man.
Yeah,
and I've just got the Evel Knievel. So I'm trying to get some of the toys that I had as a kid.
Now, I never had an Evel Knievel, but I do remember the commercials. You know, where he's upside down, popping wheelies and everything. Now, on your $6 Million Man, is your skin still supple? Is it still roll up? No. Does it just get rigid?
The rubber's gone. It's still got his chips in his arm, but the rubber's gone.
Okay. Well, my chip is gone, but the latex is rolled up to here and dried out.
Yeah.
So it's like he rolled up his sleeve. Mm-hmm. It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the whole lot. I've got the Mascatron and I've got Oscar Goldman minus his suitcase. I could do with his suitcase, but that's hard to find. So I want Jamie Summers and I want Bigfoot as well.
Well, I may already have it in my collection. I haven't opened it up and watched it, but I just bought. It was so cheap. I bought the 3 seasons of The Bionic Woman,
right,
on DVD. For about $25, so not too bad. But I may have already have them. You know.
Yeah,
I have all the $6 Million.
I have been looking for the $6 Million Man on DVD, but I am a bit worried that it will have dated.
Now, do you have a multi-regional player? I have 2 multi-regional players so that I can watch Doctor Who or anything.
I watch it on PlayStation 4, so I suppose it is multi-regional, isn't it?
Yeah. Someone say Bigfoot. That's right. Bigfoot was in $6 Million Man, wasn't he? Yeah. To me, it was interesting that $6 Million Man would lift up an engine, but you would think that they would put a better thing for him to lift up. I don't know.
Yeah, it changed though, didn't it? There were 2 versions later on. You got the girder. You got a girder later on. Yeah.
Well, now I used to have a Stretch Armstrong.
Yes.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah, that's another thing I'm looking for, but they're about £500 to buy.
Yeah,
in the
and the
box.
heads, just the heads. If it doesn't, the head come off the body. Of course, it was filled with corn syrup,
Corn
wasn't it?
syrup, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember
red corn
one
syrup.
Christmas I got the Stretch Armstrong and then got the Stretch Monster as well.
Yeah.
The same Christmas, I was
Now the monster's
fighting
worth
eagerly.
money, just the head, I think. Even
Yeah,
if it's just the head. Yeah.
possibly. Yeah.
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 Now, when I bought mine had a little nick in his arm. So me stretching it, eventually it leaked out, and then he's just like, ooh.
Yeah.
And I don't know what happened to the rest of it, but
I don't know what happened to mine, to be honest with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have a slinky?
No, never had a
No,
slinky. No.
but you know what a slinky is.
Yeah.
They've been around a long time, I guess.
The only thing I threw down the stairs was my stock cars. Remember those cars where they had the big wheel in the middle and you had ripcord?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I used to run them down the
Those
stairs.
things could be dangerous in the house,
Yeah.
because they would just take off. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to later? I'm going to watch with my friend the Batman movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
The
I
new
saw it at
one?
the cinema.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to watch it again.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah. Right.
It's good.
That's what
Don't get me wrong. It's a good film. It's not the best Batman, but it's good. It's quite good as Batman.
It's better than Twilight, though, right?
Oh, anything's better than Twilight. Jesus. Yeah.
Well,
He's actually a good actor.
it's like a
actually
teenage soap opera, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Twilight series.
Yeah, I was
it's-
forced to watch those with my first
if
wife.
I had to describe the Twilight trilogy, I would say fluff for young people.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
It's bad writing. It's very bad. I thought when you got taught writing in school, you got told half of the things that are in that you get told not to do.
Now, did you ever? I know at my school we shot off rockets. Would build rockets out of balsa wood, and did you ever do that?
Only rocket I can remember is like a pump one, and you stood on it and it went. Phew. That's the only rocket I can remember.
Now, I remember one rocket that somebody put like 60D engines in. I mean, this thing was round. It was huge, and I think it only, kind of sideways, only went up about 33 feet. But it was awesome to see that thing blast off with so many engines.
Yeah,
it was just a monster.
Wow.
Yeah, I like to design those things. Those are pretty interesting. And then, of course, years later, a friend of mine just showed how to, get a wire and maybe a cap off of a can, so the exhaust doesn't burn the wood or whatever, and you make your own platform and launch your own. It never occurred to me, But did you ever figure out what was your favorite toy? I know that's unfair of me to ask, but
Tell you what, it's probably something like the original Dinky Starship Enterprise, something like that. I mean, I've got to go with the Batmobile, to be honest. I've got to go with that because, as I say, I had two of those.
Yeah.
And
the original really is neat.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because
what year do you reckon you got that in?
74, 75, something like that.
I may have gotten one about that time as well, because I think we're pretty close.
So I can remember playing with the Batboat in the sink in the bathroom, and putting the little Robin.
Did you ever have a helicopter as a kid?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I had all the Batman stuff. Yeah. I put the little Robin. I sat him on the overflow.
Spoiled.
And he fell in.
Uh-oh.
I was devastated.
You were sick.
Yeah. Poor Robin.
Call the plumber.
I was expecting him to come back and get him back again, but he'd gone.
Now, did you?
I've got him again now.
Did you build your Star Wars lit display back there? Because storage is important, isn't it?
Yeah. There are very expensive cabinets, but that wasn't expensive.
Yeah.
I think I got that from Amazon.
So but now when you go out on your ventures, and I don't know how often that is it on holiday that you kind of go about and check out stores, or how do you do that? I've seen you at a convention.
Yeah, I just whenever the feeling the need to go shopping, I go shopping.
Okay.
Sometimes when I'm going to the cinema, because there's a toy shop, there's Smith's toy shop next to the cinema, so I go there sometimes. When I go into Leeds, there's a few into the city centre of Leeds. There's a few shops there. I'm quite lucky really because I've got like 3 Smith's toys in the area, 2 Entertainer toys. We've got Forbidden Planet, which does
Oh, that's
all
neat.
the pop culture stuff. HMV, which used to be a record shop, but they're selling pop culture stuff. They're selling figures and everything like that. So yeah, I do tend. I mean, I look out for special events
Yeah.
like I said, the Comic Cons and things like that.
Is
But
that because other people come into the region that are not normally there? Or?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I do tend to see the same people over and over again in some of these Comic Cons stuff and toy
Mhm.
fairs and things like that. Yeah, I just wish we had more toy fairs. Really,
Yeah.
there's one tomorrow in Bolton, which we've actually got a train strike and a bus strike going on in the country at the moment, so I can't get over there. But I know a lot of people that are going over there tomorrow. I'm just a bit gutted that I can't go over.
I just saw a carved elephant or something that might have been a toy from thousands of years ago. I mean,
All
toys
right.
go back to ancient Egypt and even before then, don't they?
Oh god, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got like I said, I read books all the time, and yeah,
Mhm.
archaeologists are finding Roman ruins with little dolls and things like that. Yeah, so
Mhm.
they've always had humans have always had toys.
Well, before diecast, there was tin toys, wasn't there?
Yeah, tin,
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The little lead
yeah,
figures or
yeah.
little army men out of lead or pewter.
Wooden toys, obviously. I mean, Lego first started out with wooden toys
That was
until
one question that I was going to ask you.
yeah,
Did you collect Legos? That was
yes,
okay. So you put together some stuff, gotten some
yeah,
kits,
oh
and
yeah, yeah. Lego's fantastic. I love Lego. It's just getting too expensive now.
now you've
I've
got a
got
new
bottom
you
shelf there is just full. It's full of me Lego, and
okay.
I've got.
So now you have a new toy called a 3D printer, don't you?
I do, yeah, yeah. I love my 3D printer.
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Now, what are you singled or married?
I'm divorced
Okay.
twice.
Okay. Now
Oh,
that kind of took some of your toys from you, didn't you? Those former divorces, I think you said.
yeah, I had to start again after
Yeah.
my last divorce. I had to
Yeah.
start collecting again. Unfortunately, I had something left over. All my signed stuff. Um, obviously, I kept.
Hey, Gap. It's good to see you.
Hey, Gap.
Uh yeah, I mean the same thing here. It's like being a single person, you can really kind of collect and budget for collecting, but when you're married, it's a
Yeah,
entirely different thing, isn't it? And
totally. Yeah,
and having
you've got a
space,
specific room for your collection.
yes, have or well, if you're like me, it's a whole house full of
Yeah.
stuff. Uh, it now, do you ever build displays, or when you go out, do you look for also shelving and things? You know,
Yeah, oh, I've no room for any shelving now, but I did actually buy a very old display cabinet, and it's down here, and I've just got nowhere to put it, to be honest with you. So I'm going to try and sell it, but it's like really thin for diecast cars, like Matchbox
Mhm.
cars. It'd be perfect for that. If I could get it on the wall, I could get all my diecast cars out of the cabinet, and I could put them in there. So it'd give me a bit more space, but
Well, well, now
I
you
might,
were
I might, I might think and see if I can
how
find
long
somewhere
did
for
you
it.
have your toy store?
How long?
Yeah.
um, I mean, like this, most of this collection, it's been in the last 8, 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, your toys, you said you had a store.
Oh, Toy Store. Right. Yeah, that was in 2016. Um, when I got married the second time, My
Okay.
first wife wouldn't let me have anything.
Right.
I couldn't have anything.
Some people don't collect, do they?
No.
Yeah.
And it was like a revelation when I got married again. Because the first thing I said to her, "Is it all right if I buy this?" She said, "What do you mean? Is it all right? It's your money." I went, "Okay." So I kind of went overboard there, and I bought quite a bit. And she says, "You know what? You should have a shop." I says, "You know what? That's a good idea." So we got a shop, and we're doing pretty well. Doing pretty well, yeah. And then we just drifted apart, and
Yeah.
so most of my collection got sold, unfortunately.
It's like when you have a store, you almost have to have a partner, don't you?
Yeah.
No matter how good you are, you have to. It takes two, 2 or 3 people to run a good store.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, the thing is, I was doing the store in the morning till about 1 o'clock, and my mum had come to finish it off till about 4 o'clock, and I was working 6 days a week. Then I'd go to work afterwards. So I had a full-time job and doing the shop as well. So yeah,
You're working your tail off, but it's a lot of fun. But now I've had a comic book store, and that's when the direct market was first starting. I was only 17 in high school, so 16, 17.
Yeah.
So I was not even, I wasn't the principal partner. So when it closed down, I had no say in it really. But I've not ran a toy store. Now I know running a business is a lot different than just going in a comic store or going in a toy store. Was it really difficult, or especially
it was difficult to sell anything because I didn't want to sell anything.
Yeah.
Oh, don't buy it. But I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I wish I could do it again, but like you say, it takes more than one person to do it, and once you got to do all the books and things like that, and
Right.
it's a slog. I mean, the thing, all I do, I'm still dealing now. I've got a cabinet in the local antique centre.
You have an eBay store, don't you?
Yeah, I have an eBay store as well as this cabinet as well. So I do a lot of dealing. So I'll probably make a lot of money off that. Not as much as I could do. I'm not like 100%. I'm not doing it full time. It's only like a part-time thing.
Now I dropped your link to your YouTube channel there, and is there any other links you want to drop?
No, not really. I think you can find me through there. It's I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I'm all on everything, but I don't really tend to go into them as much. We have a WhatsApp group as well with those collectors. What we do is if we see anything out and about, we'll show it to each other and see if they want it. I mean, I've got this George Lucas Stormtrooper. I just bought this.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's part of the Black series, isn't it?
Yeah,
and it has George Lucas's head.
Yeah, and somebody wanted one, so I went back and got him one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. The good group of lads.
Yeah, so
I mainly go through that.
You do occasionally buy new stuff then, because you said
I mean, it's George Lucas. I had to get it. It was £30, which is a lot more. So I actually initially didn't get it. I saw it. I thought, picked it up, and I thought, no, it's £30.
£30. That's quite a bit.
Yeah, they usually £20 a Black Series, and this was £30. I'm thinking, why? So I put it back, and then I got a message saying, "Can you get me one?" So I went back and I thought, you know what? They won't be around for long.
Yeah.
So I'll get that. That's how Hasbro get you. Fear of missing out.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people pre-order. I will never pre-order anything.
Now
I don't see the point.
Why is that?
Well, it's 12 months down the line when it's coming out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're in an area where you cannot get hold of them, fair enough. But like I said earlier, for me, I've got all these toy shops around me. Plus, I've got a couple of local vintage toy shops as well that I'm good friends with. That if anything I need, they'll save it for me.
What's the most valuable thing you found on your looking?
Um,
I know these are unfair questions, but
I mean, those weapons I found last week were pretty.
yeah,
No,
that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
yeah,
But
I've.
you knew what you were looking for,
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
you when you
I
saw it,
do.
you identified
Yeah,
it, and that's half the battle, isn't it?
it is.
Knowing.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Read up about things. If you're going into anything, or if you've got an interest, get as many books as you can about it and read up about it. And when you go into these charity shops or thrift stores, as you say, you know what you're looking for.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I
I
knew.
bought on
I just
eBay.
saw. I just saw this box of. I don't know what they were. They were just weapons. And I saw one Star Wars weapon,
Yeah,
and I thought there's got to be more in there.
yeah. And
So I
even if
just
there
bought it.
wasn't, what you were paying for it, that gun was worth it, wasn't it? Just by
Totally.
itself.
I mean,
Yeah.
there was. I've only sold one because most of the weapons I'm keeping. I sold one. Somebody said, "Oh, will you sell me that?" I went, "Yeah, go on then." So I made £20 on one weapon
Yeah.
for a £3.99, and plus the rest of them I'm either keeping or I'm putting in with the figures that I've got in my cabinet. So I
Right.
will. I will. I've made
So that completes some of your
£150.
figures, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I'd got like my Palitoy Death Star. It was on eBay for £250. I put £100 offer in, and they accepted it. So I got a Palitoy Death Star for £100.
Mhm.
I found a pop-up lightsaber R2D2 that are going for about £700 now for a pound in a pound box.
Yeah, they had an RTD2 where the antenna popped up out of the
The periscope one.
the periscope.
I've
Isn't
got.
that what you were talking about earlier?
No. There's that one which is the original solid dome one,
Right, that's the
and
one
there's
I
one
had.
that's got the little plastic periscope.
Yeah, I never saw that one. Yeah.
But the third one that came out, you turn it around and there's a lightsaber that comes up. But it's the lightsaber that's worth the money, not the figure. The
Yeah,
figure's probably worth about £100,
because
and the
those things
the
get
lightsaber's
lost.
probably worth about 400 by itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Star Wars or vintage Star Wars toys. I actually had some and put them up on auction, and they did okay, but maybe it would have been better if I went to a convention. Now they actually have some counterfeit ones, don't they? Out there.
Yes, repro, yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of have to read up
Very
on that, don't you?
diversive.
Yeah, you kind of have to read up on that, don't you? And
Oh,
any
totally, yeah.
collecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when I showed these weapons. They might be, but they're not, because I know I can feel if I've got them in hand. I know, and how they look and how they feel. People say about the float test, but that's a load of crap. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't.
I have seen that where they
Yeah,
float
I
on
don't subscribe
water.
to that.
Yeah.
No. Um,
Yeah.
Again, read up about it. Read up. There's Imperial Gunnery website that'll show you the pictures of the repros and the
Sometimes
legit ones.
designs change very quickly. Like I remember I had the Wolverine that had the black claws.
Yeah.
That was part of the Secret Wars. Then they were out very short, and then they changed them to silver, like in the comics. So sometimes if you buy them when they first come out,
Yeah.
there's design changes, and the ones you have may be a little bit rare, harder to find. Huh?
Yeah. I mean,
limited.
there's a lot of toys like that. There's like Star Trek Micro Machines. The USS Excelsior registration is wrong on the first few boxes. So I got a couple of those back in the day. That's like in the 90s.
So that's kind of like an error, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Factory errors sell pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm reading in this saying about this action figure book. I'm reading about the Batman. The toy is it Toy Biz Batman? They couldn't keep up with demand, so they sent it out to different factories to make. And there's so many different variants of the Batman. 89 Batman.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean it's the same with the variants of the Star Wars figures. There's so many different variants of each Star Wars figure, simply because there were so many different factories that they were made in.
But they were made from
paints, different
primarily
hair.
like Kenner, right?
Yeah.
And they're kind of on scale with the newer GI Joes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sort of Star Wars scale. Didn't the GI Joe scales come from the Star Wars smaller figures, basically, or how did?
Yeah, because we had Action Man. We had Action Man, which was came. It
Mm.
was the same license as the GI Joe, but we
Now,
called them
Action Man is like Mego, isn't it? Mego size.
No, Action Man was 12-inch,
Okay.
the same as GI
Oh,
Joe.
that is big.
Yeah. I've got
Action. Well, now we also had Action Man, I believe, with Doctor Evil. I actually have a replica from like the '60s of Doctor
Yeah.
Evil. If we're talking about the same Action Man,
No,
is he the one
this is
that had disguise or could be anybody? Or are
no,
you talking like
this Action Man
or what?
was GI Joe.
Did he have an eye patch
Yeah.
or there? I've
No,
got like an Action Man click over there, or
no,
a couple Action Men clicks,
no.
and there was a bald
Our
guy
Action
with a
Man.
okay.
If I've got a something I can show you.
Because we had a Action Man. He even had a comic book in the '60s, and you could dress him up as Aquaman or
Yeah.
or
Action Jack. No, was that Action Jack?
not Action Jackson.
Oh, I know what you mean. I've just been reading about it.
Yeah, he could be Captain America or any number of characters just by putting on over a head over his existing
Action
head
Boy,
changing the costume.
Captain Action.
Captain Action. Yep.
Yeah. No, our Action Man is your GI Joe.
Okay.
That's
okay. I should know that, but it's been a while since
I was thinking the other day that I need to do a video, the GI Joe versus the Action Man, because GI Joe started in '64, where the Action Man started in '66, but it was a license they got to do it in the UK. Same as Palitoy did the Star Wars in the UK. Yeah, it is the same, but like the gripping hands was a Palitoy invention. The flocked hair was a Palitoy invention, and then GI Joe took that on. I think the eagle eyes was a Hasbro invention. We took that on, and they just swapped ideas basically. Then when Star Wars came out, it killed Action Man because nobody was buying Action Man. So then, when Star Wars was dying out, they started Action Force, which was 3 3/4, and then GI Joe went 3 3/4 just after Action Force came out. So yeah, it's a good history. I think I need to do a video on that.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now you have some. Do you still have some time to show us a little bit of footage of what you do over there on your channel and some of your collection?
I've got a video of.
Okay,
I can share that with you.
Take a look at some up close of your collection. I'd like to see some of it.
There you go.
There we go.
It's half an hour long, so we'll fast forward it. So that's me console collection.
Oh, so you do the gaming?
Yeah. PlayStation 4, 3, Mega Drive, which was the Genesis.
Now, before I forget, what are some of the things that you printed out on your 3D printer since you've had it?
I think this is one of my favorites. It's the Princess Leia.
Okay, let me make you big here.
There we go.
I'll get you here in a second. There we go.
What's that? There we go.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's neat. Do a little bust.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's too bad she's got yellow jaundice.
Yeah, it's a lighting.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, it does look nice. Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Got some more? Okay.
The map room from Indiana Jones.
Oh, wow.
I still need to paint that.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3D
Oh, that's neat. Yeah, with the obelisk and everything.
I've got the Corgi. Talking to Corgi cars. I made a Corgi sign from a shelf. Corgi shelf.
Uh-huh.
Made a lightsaber.
Oh, wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in bits of them glued it all together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So
And how much time would it take you to do that? I mean,
it
some of that.
depends on what it is actually, but
Right.
let's
Mhm.
just pause this video a minute. Yeah. Hang
Okay.
on. Yeah. It depends on what it is. I mean, it can take up to 20 hours. Depends. I don't like to do anything really big.
Yeah. Because
You
it
know what I
takes
mean?
so long, doesn't it? And
Yeah.
I guess the printer heats up after a while, doesn't it? I
Yeah,
mean, because it's
it has
just,
to heat up to melt the plastic to do the thing. Yeah.
well, I mean, you don't want it
It's
to overheat, right? On like a big
oh, it won't,
job.
no, because it regulates it. It cools up and
Okay.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is really really good. I enjoy it so much. It's down here at the moment because I've been doing me Space 1999.
Now, whatever you make, is it the same material?
Yeah, yeah. It's PLA. It's just plastic. It's
Okay.
it's good plastic though. It's made from
Mhm.
corn or
Okay.
something like. I forgot what it actually. It's made
Do
from.
you have like a little pot, a little reservoir that you put the chips or something in, and then it melts it?
No, no,
No.
because it comes on reels. It comes on a reel.
Oh, on a reel.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's
Almost
just
like thread.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like wire. It just goes into it and melts it, and yeah. So anything that's left over is useless.
So, how long have you been broadcasting on YouTube, Blue?
Just over 3 years.
Oh, okay.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah. Put this. You
And
want to
you've
put this
got quite
video
a
back on?
following, don't you?
Oh, sorry.
You have quite a following, don't you?
Um,
Well, not
you
big
can
enough, I know.
asking the people in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've got some good people. Yeah, I've got some really good viewers. Yeah, yeah,
But now you were talking about Action Man was your G.I. Joe. So
yeah.
G.I. Joes weren't available over there?
No, because it was Action Man.
Okay.
It was, yeah.
So did they have British uniforms?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. They actually went to the army in every barracks to get, and every barracks gave them a uniform to well, not miniaturize, but you know what I mean, to design.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a story Bob Breakin tells that they actually give them like a saddle and all the horse stuff for the horse they were making. Yeah, that if you ever get a chance to listen to anything Bob Breakin says, so he was the chief designer at Palitoy, and he was, you know, when they did the hand, the gripping hand, it was actually his hand that it was modelled on.
Oh wow! Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'm back in the day when they had facial hair, you know, and were a little larger, and I was kind of taken aback when I saw the new G.I. Joes, and I'm like, yeah, but I had the big ones. And it was all that Star Wars size, smaller, which is, you know, fine. There was one that I kept out of that collection that I didn't sell, and that was the Medic, because it had like a clear stomach and could see through it, and I just thought it looked neat. So I did keep that that original Star Wars figure. So you never did answer my question. See, I've got a mind. It comes back to these questions. If you don't answer them, you get them asked again. What is your most valuable toy that you found? And then you said, "Oh, well, that was a pretty good pickup that I got the other day."
Yeah, I'd probably think the Palitoy Death Star at the moment.
Okay, and you say that runs about
£1,000 now. I mean, I do have a signed Carrie Fisher Black Series Princess Leia, which is my pride and joy. It's my favorite. That is the one thing that I would never sell.
Now, when did you and how much did you say it was worth?
Well, I have been. I got offered $800 for it about 6 years ago.
Okay. So you've had it for at least 6 years. When did you? That was my next question. When did you find it?
2016. That's when
I got it. And where did you find it? Just a toy store?
I actually got the figure in Edinburgh, in Forbidden Planet in Edinburgh.
Okay.
And it was on sale, so I got that on sale. But I met Carrie Fisher in 2016,
Oh,
She
neat.
signed it for me. Yeah, love to
Oh,
Mark.
signed it for you. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a keeper. You won't be getting rid of that one,
nope,
will you?
nope, never
Yeah.
get that again. Love
Do
to
you
Mark.
have any other autographed things?
Yes, all these are autographed.
Well,
Everything
what
we
are
ever
all
photographed.
these?
I've got the Brian Blessed. I've got Ken Coley. I've got Boba Fett, Vader, Chewie, R2, 3PO, Greedo, Stormtrooper, and I've got General Veers signed.
The toys?
Yes.
Does that add to the value?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. Well, okay.
It's my
Now
collection. Yeah.
you
It
said a
probably it probably
name.
will do.
You said a name that I knew from Space 1999, and Flash Gordon,
Yeah. Brian
Brian
Blessed.
Blessed. What did he sign? A Hawkman?
Star Wars Episode 1.
Okay,
Boss Nass.
okay.
It was a CG character, but it was his voice. Yeah.
His voice, right? Yeah.
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 Got his autograph.
You have any James Bond toys?
James Bond. Oh, now you're asking. I've got all the corgis, but most of the corgis. The DB5,
The
the
Aston
Lotus.
Martins?
Yes, I've got 2 of those. I've got the original gold one and the silver one. I've got a Moonraker shuttle. I've got a Lotus.
Uh,
I've got all the little James Bond cars as well. The Corgi Juniors. Yeah.
Who's your favorite James Bond?
What's my favourite? What?
Who's your favorite James Bond?
Sean Connery.
Okay. Well, you could have said somebody else. I would have been fine with that.
No, Sean Connery.
Yeah, I mean,
I do like Timothy Dalton. I think Timothy Dalton was the most like the book James Bond, because I've read all the James Bond books. I absolutely love the books. I wish they'd
Okay.
go back and remake the books.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah, I have often said this. When I want to feel better about being a man in this world, I just put in a James Bond movie, and it always picks me up. And
Yeah.
and last night I'm out there working, driving, and because I spray for mosquitoes here, part of the disease control thing,
all
and
right.
and I'm out there at night spraying, and I'm thinking and listening to old radio, old music, and they didn't play a Live or Let Die or anything like that, but it's running in my head because I've recently watched most of the James Bond movies recently again. And I just, because I really wanted to be motivated and picked up, and I really watched James Bond to be motivated, believe it or not. There's some other things that do it for me, but James Bond does it for me for sure because he's just a man's man. It's just a testosterone thing.
Oh, Sean Connery was, yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery was, it for sure.
I think
He's my favorite.
I think my favourite James Bond movie is Spy Who Loved Me, though. Is that weird?
Is what?
Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh, The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah, Roger Moore. That's a bit weird. I don't know why. I like Russia with Love. Russia with Love is the closest to the book.
Yeah, the one that I hated. When it comes to movies, they rarely do justice to whatever book, do they?
No. I think Casino Royale, when they re-released it, shall we say, that was very close. They embellished it a bit, though. There was a lot more in it than there was in the book. But yeah, what have you seen the latest one? What do you think about that?
No, I haven't seen it, and I have no plans to ever see it.
Oh, I need to talk to somebody about it. 'Cause I mean, I watched it in October when it came out.
They killed him, didn't they, and replaced him with the woman?
Yeah, that's I didn't want to do spoilers on that. But
now I don't think there's anything spoiled. They were talking about that before it was released.
How can they kill James Bond and then say at the end of the film James Bond will return? How?
Well, it's woke politics, or at least that's what we call it here.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It fitted in with the movie. It was really. I was in tears. But you always think he's going to get out of it.
Yeah,
and he didn't.
Yeah, but I doubt it was tear jerking like the Lisenby movie where we're from Russia with Love, whereas the lovely bride gets killed.
Oh, Majesty's Secret Service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I
I mean,
thought I
yeah,
said that. Yeah.
it is very similar to that. Actually, it's very similar to that.
Diane Rigg,
Yeah,
right?
Dinah Rigg. Yeah,
Yeah, from the Avengers.
yeah.
She was a lovely.
The real Avengers. Yeah.
She could melt the butter on my
Oh
pancake
yeah,
any day.
yeah.
Which sadly we lost her, and she did Doctor Who there toward the end of her life.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. She
in
did.
New
Yeah,
Who, yeah. Um,
yeah.
it's amazing who makes it into Doctor Who. Do you like current
Everybody's been
Who?
Doctor Who.
Do you like current Doctor Who?
Sorry.
Do you like current Doctor Who?
Yeah.
The Jodie Whittaker.
What do I say to that? I like Jodie Whittaker because she
Yeah,
lives down the
I'm
road
fine
from me.
with that. But do you like her as Doctor
She's from
Who?
York. She's from Yorkshire, so it's like Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
They're from Yorkshire, so
I don't
yeah.
mean to put you on the hot griddle or on the spot too.
No,
bad, but
yeah, it's right. The writing's crap.
yeah. I think that's
The-
it. The writing's crap.
The writers
they
are
often tell you
soap
stuff,
opera writers.
but they don't show you. They tell you, but they don't show you. And
Yeah,
they
yeah. That's what I'm going back to, where these people's got no imagination, so they've got to be shown things. It's like flashbacks in Star Wars. Now you've got to be shown it. You can't just imagine it. Nobody's got
That's right.
imaginations anymore.
At the end
James
of the movie,
Bond
or most of the
yeah,
movies,
how-
it would
How
say
the
that.
how unless they're going to reboot it again? How do you do? How I don't know. Anyway,
Well, I know everything in life has been made political, whether we like it or not. But
yeah, it has been. The first season, Jodie Whittaker was very political.
now, do you trading cards?
I don't.
Or
We don't.
like
It's
the
not really a
stickers
thing.
or the Star Wars
Trading
stuff?
cards aren't really a thing in the UK. It's more
Okay.
stickers. We had sticker books.
Oh, that's right. And who prints those? The starts with a P.
Panini.
Yeah, Panini. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, some of those are sold over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're into stickers, but does stickers have any value?
Yeah. Well, I have got 2 sticker books full of Short Circuit. I've got 2 sticker books full of Short Circuit, but I've got a bag
from the
of
movie.
spares. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a bag of spares for it. Well, so yeah, I mean, it's the soccer football sticker books that are probably worth the most. But if you're talking about like Return of the Jedi, they're worth quite a bit. Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. I can remember collecting Back to the Future ones, the ET ones, all the movies. So yeah, they're probably worth a bit.
Yeah. Did you just lease your building when you had a toy store? I mean, it's got to be. I mean, how did you get your inventory? Did you?
I'd say I started off because it was my collection I was hoarding my collection, and
Okay. You
I
kind of
think-
put your collection up for sale, or most of it?
yeah, a lot
Just
of
start
it went in there, but there was I was friends with the guy that had the toy stall in the market anyway, and I bought his stock.
Mhm.
I bought all his stock and I sold it within a week.
Well, now
I
how
just
did
got
you
rid of
buy
it.
Where did you buy your stock from? Just go out and
Yeah,
find
just went
stuff?
out. Yeah, searched eBay. We went every Sunday. We went to antique places and
So it was a pretty
toy
good
fairs.
financial success for you while you had it.
Yes. Oh, yes. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Did you get a
was
lot of
doing really well.
tourism? You get a lot of tourists?
Not really. No, because it was
Yeah.
kind of a place where there wasn't a lot of footfall. But I did get a lot of people coming from all over the country to try
Yeah.
and to buy things off me, because I was advertising pretty well as well. I
Yeah.
was getting
Now-
a good reputation.
Now, how did you handle your advertising? Where did you online, just social media?
Yeah,
or-
Facebook. I do get the Collector Gazette every month. I get this every month.
Oh, okay.
You can advertise in there.
Are you a Thunderbolts fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I've just done a video today on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
I
just gone up.
mean, I meant to get into like Space 1999 really came out of UFO.
Yeah.
You remember UFO?
Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yes.
What I remembered about that, the main character, the blonde wig.
Yeah.
I remember that, and the UFOs, with the noise, and
Yeah.
then now I have the complete collection on disc and can
Yeah.
watch them
I've
anytime
got
I
that. Yeah.
want. Set in the far-flung future of 1980.
Yes. From
Um,
1969, wasn't it, until to 1980.
yeah, yeah,
That is a
and
good. It's a good concept, though. I don't know. I'm really surprised nobody's picked that up
well, I
and run with
know
that and done and
after
remade it.
the last time that I actually watched it live on TV was, that came out in like 70, and I was young then, but I remember it. It really stuck in my mind.
Yeah.
And then I think years later, like maybe about 74, 75, in the mid 70s, they re-showed it on Saturday mornings with the cartoons and stuff. So I got to see a few more episodes again,
Yeah.
during that time. But that was the last time that I have ever seen it. But now they were going to do another season, but they didn't, and that kind of led into 2099.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
just
ran
like
for 2 seasons, which both seasons are vastly different.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like Buck Rogers. I mean, their seasons are totally different, aren't they? It's a concept that I think that would work. I mean, mix it in with a bit of V, that kind of thing. It would be really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, they were in like this greenish fluid within the aliens, and they didn't really show a lot of them.
No.
They kind of remained a mystery throughout the whole.
That's it. That's the good thing about it.
And they were trying to capture an alien more than one episode.
Yeah.
But sometimes they get shot up, and
yeah, they couldn't survive on Earth.
Yeah, they couldn't breathe. They breathed. Yeah, and I love the episode where the actor, they kidnap him and then put him in the fluid, and they're gonna kidnap him, and he turns his skin green and discolors his skin. That was great. Now, Dave Houston, we do show offs on Sundays tomorrow, featuring different artists and things, collectibles.
Yeah,
and Gary Anderson shows. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a 2-part. I did a 2-part thing on Jerry Anderson, and today I've just done the the Thunderbirds toys. A quick video on Thunderbirds toys.
Yeah, he's probably better appreciated over there than he is here. But I do know that I really appreciated his work when it did make it over here, like Space 1999 or UFO, which UFO was his first live action.
He was a genius.
Yeah. Yeah,
I can remember going to Blackpool, and there was a exhibition, Jerry Anderson exhibition. There was a Doctor Who exhibition. There was a Jerry Anderson exhibition. It was really good. It's all the models and everything.
Yeah. Now, have you been into Doctor Who? I mean, what on a scale 1 to 10? What in the past, did you grow up watching it and hiding behind the sofa?
There was a trifecta. It was a Batman, Star Trek, and Doctor Who. That's what I grew up on.
Okay, so was the original Kirk and Spock, the original Star Trek? Yeah. Out of the 3, who's your favorite?
Of what?
Kirk, McCoy, or Spock?
I've also loved Kirk, but I love McCoy. Huh? Any iteration of McCoy. I think Carl Urban's a McCoy is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that we see McCoy in Strange New Worlds. I'm hoping that we get McCoy.
Is it because of the human factor that he represents us, basically?
He don't give a toss, does he?
Yeah. I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer.
Yeah, I'm a doctor, not a bricklayer. That was the funniest line ever.
Yeah. I mean, I had the GI Joes early on, but then later, the Magos, and I fortunately still have those along with the tricorders, the phasers, and stuff. Um, and I have the Klingon. I never got the Gorn. Never saw the
All
Gorn.
right.
But they did do a Mago did do a Gorn. Do you have any
Yeah, yeah.
Magos in your collection?
Yeah, it was Lizard Man, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He was
Lizard.
Lizard Man.
Uh-huh. Yeah, Kirk fights a rubber mask character.
Yeah.
More than once. One of
Yeah.
my favorites is Devil in the Dark with the Horta.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love that. And
Yeah,
around
sure.
that time, Kirk's real life father passed away. And, in the extras on the DVDs, they tell you about that story. He came back and Kirk's kind of messing with him, and Leonard Nimoy's kind of going through pain, as he's doing the mind meld with the Horta. And he's like, I didn't quite catch that. Do it again. Kirk was messing with him. That was just William Shatner bouncing back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's some others. Have you checked out on YouTube the Star Trek Continues?
Yes.
The fan-made movies? Aren't
Yes.
those excellent?
Really good, that.
Yeah.
I don't know about Kirk. Kirk's a bit dodgy, but
Yeah.
the characters are really good in that.
Yeah.
Spock's not.
Well,
really.
it's hard. It's hard. That was my main, to shift with,
Yeah.
to shift gears that this is not William Shatner. This is not Leonard Nimoy, but they did get the son to Scotty, to
Yes.
James Doohan, and he's got a remarkable story. He landed, on D-Day and got shot 6 times and
Yes.
lost 2 of his fingers.
Yep.
And became. I just watched. What was it? It was like 1956, an early Western that he was in, or TV show. It was. What was it? Something in the Mohicans. Anyway, on TV in America, and I recognized him. Long before. Of course, he did, like William Shatner did, the Twilight Zone. I assume you like the Twilight Zone.
The best episode of Twilight Zone.
And you like probably Outer Limits and anything funky like that. Yeah. TV
Leonard Nimoy went on to do Mission Impossible after Star Trek, didn't he?
Mission Impossible. That's right. I was just going to mention Mission Impossible. Yeah. Everything had a great theme song to it, didn't it? I mean, in the 60s, like Hawaii Five-0 or Mission Impossible or Get Smart. They all, it's Batman. That's right. And he even had the Biff, Bam, Pow. Yeah. Which, of course, I actually got to meet Adam West. He was over about an hour in Memphis. So I went over there. It was a Blockbuster Video. I assume you know what those were. Had the old VHS tapes. And I had went also to like their monthly flea market. And they had like the old symbol, like was on the show, Batman. So it was a generic shirt. But I had him sign it. And sadly, it was stolen. But I had him sign me right on the stomach on the T-shirt. And got to tell him, thank you for all the great memories. Your show was one of the. Now, he was in Robinson Crusoe Goes to Mars around that time. I don't know if you've ever seen that movie, but I have that. Sadly, I didn't know. I know he kind of probably got typecast, kind of like the original Superman. Did you watch the Superman, or what cartoons did you like growing up?
Battle of the Planets.
Oh, yeah.
I love Battle of the Planets. Anything like that, Ulysses, and something like like science fiction cartoons. I mean, I like Scooby Doo and things like that. But
Danger Mouse.
Danger Mouse. Oh yes, I had to watch Danger Mouse.
I actually have a few seasons of that, and was like, I just can't get any more of this. I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah, I love Danger Mouse. Yeah.
Well, I
He-Man. Match of the Universe.
He-Man.
That. Never collect the toys, but I used to watch that.
Sectars. Remember Sectars?
No.
The insects? No.
No.
You might not.
Real Ghostbusters. I liked. I used to like watching that.
I know your country. This is interesting because I obviously have a few comics. Um, they used to use old comics as ballast in ships, in the bottom of ships. Old comics, and then sometimes they would take that out when they arrived where they were and sell them. So
Wow.
that was some, the early distribution of
Yeah,
some of the comics back in the 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. Ships actually used comic books as ballast.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that amazing?
Learn
Yeah.
something new every day.
Yeah. Well, I try, you know. uh, so, how many toys do you think you have?
A lot.
Oh,
You want me to go? Do you want me to count them?
yeah. We'll roll the footage a little bit longer and let's give this some credence and let's
Yeah.
take a look at some of your collection. Oh, I guess I gotta have to bring it up, huh?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, that's my Palatoy Death Star.
Okay.
It's on a turntable, so it does turn around.
So that's made out of like cardboard,
Yeah,
paper.
like chipboard, really.
So those things get destroyed. And what year did that come out?
1978, 79?
Okay, right after the
79, I think.
movie. Okay. Okay. Is that a little probe, little flying probe
Yeah,
down there?
that
Yeah.
that Lego set's really good, really
Yeah,
cool.
now that's nice. That
Yeah,
is nice.
Playmobil Enterprise.
Oh, opens up. Look at that. It's a rice cooker. So are those Lego figures?
No, Playmobil.
Oh, Playmobil. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, those fit good. And I see Grover.
yeah, Super
Super
Grover.
Grover. Yeah. And a bigger back car. Oh, you've got more than one back car, don't you? Is that
Oh, wow.
Chewbacca?
No, that's a Charlie Bear. I actually bought it to sell, but my ex-wife.
Oh, wow. Look at that
wouldn't let
helmet.
me.
Does that fit you? A-Team? James Bond? Oh, Ghostbusters. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Back to the Future.
Yeah, those are all my
Oh,
signs.
and get them autographed on the packaging. Okay. I have a Pez signed by the actor that did Greedo.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, that Chewbacca's looking vicious. Yeah. What's your favorite character out of Star Wars, Mark?
Probably Luke.
Yeah.
I did like Wedge.
Yeah.
He's an unsung hero. Is Wedge, but
Well, now in
we
the
never got
book,
a figure.
in the book, Wedge gets more airtime, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Now, do you have any of the Star Wars put together models? Where you actually put them together?
I used to have all the Airfix models. I used to have all the
Okay.
little sets with the Jabba's Palace and the Battle on Hoth and things like that.
Mhm.
I did build the Millennium Falcon and the X-wing D'Agostini Park Works. Those took me like 2 years each to build, and I'm building the Knight Rider at the moment.
Now, when you get something signed, it really adds. It really, whether it adds value or not. And that was funny. They were playing Pac-Man, weren't they?
Space Invaders.
Oh, Space Invaders. Yes, with the graphics. Now, did you buy that?
Yeah.
Is that an actual little replica?
It actually works. Yeah.
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 I've seen those come out. Yeah. I plot many a quarter and a token to what.
Oh, yeah.
Space Invaders. Is that a thing over there? Arcades?
Yes. Yes, very much so.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of those I've sold recently. Yeah.
So I just need 4. I've got the whole 96 figures. So I just need 4 blasters and 1 Ewok bow to get them complete.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like
Oh,
the
there's
blasters
the
like
blue medical droid.
£100 each.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and the blue blasters, yeah, because I used to have that helmeted Empire guy growing up, and then I had I had the originals. I had all the original ones that came out, and then I got a Hammerhead, which was really cool, and
Yeah.
some of the add-ons. Yeah,
I've swapped that Luke out now. I don't have the yellow hair Luke now. I've got the brown hair Luke, which is worth a bit more. There's a Takara.
Yeah,
Wind up
I think
R2.
mine was yellow hair. Yeah. Yeah, now R2D2, he can lose his some of his luster over time because
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I actually saw a little meme where it was a trash can done up as him. It was kind of nice. Yeah, now I had the original vinyl Jawa when it came out. Yep. Now I still have that. I think I have a land speeder, or not? Is that a
really?
land? Yeah.
Some I don't have a land speeder.
I do have some. Yeah. Or not.
I love my speeder bikes. I love my
speeder bikes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now what's that thing in the middle that's brown? Look like a Viewmaster.
The AMT7, I think.
Okay, and that's just another ship.
Yeah, it's a mini rig.
Yeah. A nice Millennial Falcon there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your really allure? I mean, it just captured your rare record price guide there, I see.
Yeah, I collect.
I was going to ask you if you collected any vinyl.
Yes, I've got plenty of vinyl. I do really collect vinyl soundtracks, movie soundtracks.
Okay.
I love any. I love. I am actually looking for Star Trek 2 because I do love that. I did have it, but
now, do you confer with anybody overseas? Because basically, some of this stuff would be easier to find overseas.
It's just so difficult for anybody to send me anything from America because it's so expensive.
Did that shark actually go with the Batman stuff from the movie? Did they issue a shark?
No, that is the shark I've got. I'm going to put Adam West.
Yeah.
With the shark, I need to get a ladder for him to hold on. For him to.
Yeah, you could probably print out the rungs and everything on your 3D printer.
Yeah.
Do you have an X-Men Blackbird?
I don't know. I've got a couple of Hot Wheels ones.
Now, when you were reading comics, did you like Captain Britain?
Yes, it's one of the things I did actually.
Oh, and you're a big Knight Rider fan.
Yes, massive.
Is that your complete set of Knight Rider?
I've got 2 complete sets. I'm giving one away with me build when I do my build.
Now, how about Baywatch? Did you watch him in Baywatch?
No.
Okay, just Knight Rider. You love the car.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It wasn't for David. It was for Kit.
Yeah. So yours are probably Region 2, aren't you? That you isn't it Region 2 that you watch your?
Yes, it's Region 2. Unless it's Blu-ray, because Blu-rays are just universal, aren't
they? Oh, and you got a few Funkos, I see.
Yeah, I had to get the V Funko.
Oh wow, I didn't know they did that. I guess they've done just about everything.
There's so little V things you can buy.
Wow, an actual what we call a football player. Yeah. Is that
Big
Marino?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Big Dolphins fan.
Yeah.
Mark Duper was my favourite player.
Oh yeah, you could look through his head.
See, this is from a while ago.
I never had the suit and the helmet. I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless it came with it. Oh yeah, that's yeah.
That's Oscar Goldman. Yeah, I have Maskatron now. This is before I got Maskatron because that's Maskatron's top. So I've got Oscar Goldman's shirt now, and that's gone on Maskatron.
Iron Giant. Yep. It was a good little movie, wasn't it? Iron Giant. Oh yeah. See, you've got an abominable snowman or whatever he's called. I've got one right here.
Yeah. Wampa. Yeah, it's all changed around from there. I do need to do another room tour, I think.
Yeah. Oh, nice little, some Klingon bird of prey. And I guess you have a Romulan ship there. Khan! Out of all the movies, what was your favorite movie of Star Trek?
Star Trek 2.
The
It's
Quest.
just, it's one of the best films of all time, let alone just a best Star
Yeah,
Trek film.
the Wrath of Khan. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I like
I
Star Trek 6.
I actually cried when Spock died in the third one. I
I
think
knew
it was.
we knew what was going to happen though. It got spoiled, didn't it? Before
I
we,
don't
we saw it.
care. I
And
just think that
when he died at the beginning of the film, I'm thinking, oh, there he goes, he's dead.
that's the thing about that you can take a fictional character and actually get emotional over it. You know, uh, I mean, all those years of just Spock uh,
Yeah.
and I don't know, Kirk just now when Kirk died, I thought there, I get different opinions on this, but I thought it should be a lot more epic.
Yeah.
When Kirk dies and him just falling. Yeah, he saved the day, but I thought the way they killed Spock was just kind of lackluster.
Yeah. Totally.
I said that to somebody recently, and they were like, "Oh no!" So what's the hazmat suit there? Is that from? Oh, okay. This is
Marty
the Back
McFly,
to the
yeah.
Future.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's going to be Fox is going to be honored with an honorary Oscar. I just saw the other day, which of course he has Parkinson's that he's been dealing with.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Professor X sitting in his chair.
Yeah, proper one.
What was your favorite comic book? There's your Pez dispenser.
I would go every Saturday morning and spend a lot of money on comics. Usually, I'd get the Star Trek ones. There was the Star Trek ones, but I'd get a lot of Batman comics.
Okay,
mainly.
So big Batman. What's your favorite villain? Batman villain.
I like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah. And I saw you Princess Leia Pez dispenser there.
Yeah.
Now I have a Darth Vader bubbles, where you like, it's just the old container that you had bath bubbles in.
Yeah.
And
I'd like some of the remember the soap, the R2D2 and 3PO soap.
Yeah.
I'd like to have some of them again because I got some as a kid and I used it.
Wasn't it like a pump? Was it a pump? Soap pump?
No, it was like just a bar of soap in the shape of R2D2.
Soap. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, just a bar of soap, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there were 3PO and R2D2. Okay. I don't think you can still get them. People have still got them that are still formed.
Yeah. Well, years ago, I ordered from England a Stingray because it looked so cool.
Yeah.
And it still had the soap in it. I've got it in there in the box, although the box kind of crunched. But I have a Gary Anderson Stingray soap.
Yeah, Stingray was good.
Soap bottle. Yeah, I just like the design of it. Postage has really went up, so to England and Australia. I used to sell around the world, you name it. I've had an eBay store for, off and on since, for a long time, decade or more. Now, I see you've got an open, the backing boards.
Yeah.
I have a few of those where the figures have been taken off. I think I saved mine as a kid, too.
I wish I'd have saved mine. All the Palitoy ones.
Even they're worth a little bit worth of money to a collector.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That just a piece of cardboard that's kind of all ripped up and in various shapes.
Especially if you get some of the foreign licenses.
Yeah.
Like Meccano or Toltoys, things like that. Even Palitoy.
Now,
Very
what
well.
about that glass? Where was that issued? Was that
That's
issued
Burger
through,
King.
McDonald's?
Burger King.
Oh, Burger King. Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that was issued franchise wise that you have some Burger
Yeah.
Kings and yeah. Now, do you have a lot of toys that are from like food franchises?
No, not really.
Yeah.
No.
I have a bunch, especially from McDonald's that were just given to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, they can have some neat little things. What's your most prized possession?
So that princess, the signed Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
definitely.
of the last shows, I forget the talk show host that's so big over there. She appeared on his show on the BBC, I know, BBC America, because I watched it or saw something on it.
Oh, Graham Norton.
Yeah, Graham. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was on she was on his show right before, shortly before she passed away.
Yeah, yeah. She was flying home from the UK. She was filming in the UK, and she was flying home.
Yeah.
And she had
Now,
a
is that an
heart attack.
ad? Is that a Star Wars ad?
Yes, that's a Dutch Star Wars.
Dutch.
I collect
Okay.
all the Palitoy ones, and I
Okay.
got sent that Dutch one as well.
So what's that yellow car up there with all the
That's
Star
James
Trek?
Bond. That's a James Bond car.
Well, what's it doing up with Star Wars stuff?
No, it's still there, actually. There's a couple of James Bond cars up there. It's just a mixture.
Well, since
There's some
it's James
Batmobiles
Bond.
on there as well. There's Batmobiles everywhere.
Well, now that character's in the comics with the goggles
Dr. Aphra.
that you just showed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for a Black Series Dr. Aphra.
Oh wow, you collected that? Is that the comic, Mom?
Yes, it's Amelia Clark's signature on it.
Uh-huh. And I mean, is she big over there or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So she's an actress that did a comic.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Circa collection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's got to have an Ahsoka collection.
We'll never meet a woman like that, will we? Tentacles on her head. Oh, look at that. Flash Gordon. That was worth the wait right there. Of course, the main character, he was dubbed.
Yes.
Oh,
yes. I was talking about it yesterday through the lads and saying there's a documentary on Amazon about him.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. He got really shafted, didn't he?
Oh, look at the singers there. Look at that singer from the bar scene with the lips. Oh yeah, there's the bat boat.
Yeah.
Yep. So is that a batarang?
It is, yeah.
Wow. Can you imagine trying to hit somebody with that and throw it?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Batman season?
Not really. I just like them all. They're all more or less the same episode.
I
do like it when Batgirl comes in.
Was Mr. Freeze like your favorite out of the series, or did you like King Tut? That one's
I like Egghead.
Yeah.
Bookworm as well.
Bookworm, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, was Bookworm played by more than one actor? I can't remember.
Oh, it was Galen off Planet of the Apes. Forgot what they call him now.
Okay. Because I know there were several Mr. Freezes, like Eli Wallach.
Yeah.
There
were several Catwomen's as well, weren't there?
And what was it? The Mad Hatter?
Mad Hatter, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like King Tut. He was pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So that's
it. That's
some of the insects and stuff from Battlestar Galactica. Boxy, or the dog.
Yeah.
Was it Moppet?
It was. I never get it right way around.
Okay.
Moffat. Was
Moffat.
it Muffet the name?
Is that Auto Man?
No,
Who was that?
Boxy was the name. It was a Muffet. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, Indiana Jones stuff. Wow.
Yeah, I want
You-
more Indiana Jones stuff.
You are quite the collector, aren't you?
I want all the figures, all the vintage figures.
Yeah. I never had any of the Indiana Jones
No,
because I was a little bit
we
older.
never got them in the UK.
Yeah.
I would have got them all.
Yeah.
I really wanted some. I loved from Raiders of the Lost Ark onwards. I loved Indiana Jones, and I would have killed for some Indiana Jones figures. So this is, like I said, it's all changed around now.
Yeah.
Everything's all changed around, so I do need to do a new.
Oh, Jim Beam bottle there.
Yeah, I've put lights in it.
Yeah.
I like a bit of Tennessee honey.
Oh, nice living daylights car. Yeah. Really like Corgi stuff. I really do.
There's
Don't
the
see-
Action Man.
Okay.
That's Action Man.
Yeah, he didn't have a scar on his cheek, did he?
Yes.
Oh, he did.
Yep.
Just like G.I. Joe's.
Yep.
Wow.
This is my Palatoy shelf.
Mhm.
Anything Palatoy goes on there.
It's amazing. Yeah, those are the little hand games, huh?
It's a special operations kit you had to send off for. I loved that as a kid.
I was noticing where your British Navy had had jetpacks now, just like James Bond.
All right.
Did you see that? They were going
No.
from a speeding ship to another speeding ship, and he had like handcuffs, blowers or whatever, and
Oh yeah.
the pack on his back, and he just lifted right up out of that speeding boat and landed right on that other speeding boat. Amazing just how some of that stuff comes, to fruition. I mean, your cell phone is basically a Star Trek communicator, is it not?
It is, yeah. Totally.
Oh, look at these.
And your iPad.
Few Marvel figures. Now, do you get Marvel Legends figures over there?
Yes.
Do you build a figure?
Yes, I have just done the Thor wave. I need one more to finish the Korg off. I need his head. I need King Valkyrie just to finish the Korg off. I cannot wait for that film.
Have you been watching any of the animated Marvel What If stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
I watch all the Marvel.
Oh, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I guess that's Corgi. Is that Corgi? Yeah, that's Corgi. Wow.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's Corgi, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Penguin car? That's Penguin car.
Joker,
I had the Joker car. I
Joker
might
van,
still
yeah.
have that.
There's me
Yep.
X-Jets.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle van. Oh, Bullet. Yeah, Steve McQueen. Come on now.
So
Was that the car from Bullet? Is that what that was?
Yes, yeah.
Wow. Now look at that little stumpy dude.
Yep.
I've not seen that one.
It's just I just crammed full of Batmobiles.
Yeah. Wow, brother. You've got a collection. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. That's the James Bond gold car, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the original. That's a reissue. It's not the original.
Right.
It's a reissue, but it's the original.
Yeah, I've got a few of
1964.
the Bond Aston Martin or the Uh-huh. Oh, Thunderbirds go, huh?
Yeah, Thunderbird 2.
Yeah. I don't know if I watched those as a kid or not. Oh, the Supermobile, Superman.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Why did Superman need a spaceship?
I know everybody asks that. And those are Buck
What does God
Rogers.
need with a spaceship?
Those are Buck Rogers on the side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Buck Rogers.
Yeah. Oh, there's your land speeder and your A-team vans.
Yeah.
And then who's the monk there? Who's that?
That's Friar Tuck. That is the Gamorrean Guard.
Oh, okay, Friar Tuck from
He used the
Robin Hood.
Gamorrean guard
Okay.
to do Friar Tuck.
And that's the
It's the same
president's
figure.
car? Presidential limo.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've got a
Now, do you have any of the vehicles that you held up to your eye and looked in and saw a little
no.
scene?
No, I've just seen the video on those.
Okay,
Know
like I
about one.
used to have a Hulk. I think still have a Hulk and a Spider-Man like that.
All right.
Yeah, I used to love those as a kid, you know.
Those are the Adventure 2000 by Matchbox.
Okay, those kind of remind me of some of the equipment that was in UFO. You know, the
Yeah.
like
They weren't from anything in particular. They just made them up.
generic. Yeah.
They're fantastic. I loved them. Some catalogs there.
Yeah.
Dinky catalogs. I've got some Matchbox catalogs, Corgi catalogs. I love the little catalogs that they give you.
Here's a question for you, and you probably know. How much have you spent on this collection you currently have?
I wouldn't like to. I wouldn't like to think about that.
100,000 pounds?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a thing for Pontiacs as well.
So how long has this collection been going on? 18 years, did you say? Or eight years?
Yeah, about 6 to 8 years.
Oh, Firebirds. You like Firebirds?
Yeah, Trans Am. I love the Trans Ams.
Yeah.
All the different variants of the Matchbox. I had the black one because we didn't get any Knight Rider stuff as a kid. But I had the black one as a kid, and I painted it all black to make it look like Kit.
Hot Wheels and Matchbox, they're a little cheaper toy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that everybody kind of collects, yeah. And then some had the lifting hoods and opening doors.
Yeah.
See less and less of that now. I'm glad to see that you collected some stuff that's not in mint condition.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I also, if I see anything, I'll save it.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. Ah, look at there.
Make it so.
I'm hearing the music in my head right now. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Wow.
This is my episode 1 collection. I need 5 more for the full episode 1 collection.
Yeah. So you're completist in that regard. You try and get the whole series.
Yeah, because they're cheap enough. Well, there's a couple that are very expensive, but
yeah,
they are generally around about £5. So yeah, I'm 5. I mean, I could go out and buy them, but it's just I like looking. I like the thrill of the hunt and trying to find them as cheap as possible.
Now, do you do estate sales or what we call yard sales?
No, we're not allowed to do them in the UK.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we need to sell anything in the UK. You need a license.
Wow.
Now that is a bit more full. That is a bit more full now. I think that side's full now. I just need.
I was going to say, what's wrong with you? I see wall space.
Yeah, well, that's full now. I do have 4 of the accessory kits as well. I'd still have 4 accessory kits to find as well when I find the next 5. So there we go.
Wow. That's an amazing collection, my friend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing what you can collect in like 8 years, isn't it? Less than a decade.
Oh, yeah. When you've got nothing else, nothing better to do.
When you have nothing better to do.
Yeah.
Well, we've been totally ignoring the chat through all that, but that was a really
they've been talking to themselves. It's all right.
Yeah. So what's number 1 on your wish list?
Number 1 on the wish list at the moment. It's probably trying to get those 4 blasters that I need for my vintage collection. But there's those 5 I need for episode 1. I'm looking out for those. I'm looking out for Jamie Summers and a Bigfoot to complete me $6 Million Man. Just things to complete stuff, really.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, have you been sold counterfeit things, or do you just pretty much buy I mean, online because you know if you're in person, you can kind of look at it. But have you gotten anything counterfeit,
Um,
like weapons or anything like that?
yeah, because I mean, even if you're the most hardened collector who does not want repro like me, um,
Yeah,
things can slip through the net. So you buy off people, and they don't know. They don't know they've got it. And yeah, I mean, there was one seller at a toy fair, believe it or not, and he sold me some repro items, and I didn't even look at them. Just I thought, well, he's a dealer at the toy fair. So I messaged him, and he said, "Oh, I'm very sorry, I didn't know." So I believed him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I tend to look at things very in
yeah,
detail to try and not get anything repro at the moment. Because
yeah.
as
You're
far as
you're
I know, all this is not repro. Apart from I've got a vinyl Cape Jawa, which is a custom. A custom.
Rex. Your accent is so smoothing. She always tells me that, and Carrie's in the
What about
UK
mine?
as well. Does she ever come into your?
I don't think I've seen Kerry. No.
Okay,
I
yeah,
hope she will
she's in the
now, though.
UK too. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
hope she
then
will now.
here's the link, Carrie, if you ever want to check out Blue Harvest.
Thank you.
There's the link to his YouTube channel. I believe that's what I had loaded up there. Um, I do want to thank you for coming on today, but
Yeah.
before you, I got something in the mail,
Ooh.
in the post, as you call it. Um, and this is Cyber Frog. Now, he's gotten into making some toys too. Now, that's just something within the comic community, and I support his channel. So
Yeah.
he sent me for the very first time since I've been supporting him monthly on YouTube. He sent me some trading cards. I think
Ooh.
that's why I asked you about. Oh, and it's in a
Yeah.
pop holder. Wow, wow, that's his
Ooh.
character Cyberfrog, and he is
Yeah.
making
Cool.
toys on Indiegogo.
Tell you what, I did have some NFL cards. If anybody's got any NFL cards they don't need, send them my way.
Okay,
We don't get NFL cards obviously over here, and yeah, I would like
and I've got
the
one more
tops ones are there.
here. It may be the same thing. I may have filled the thing out twice, and he might have made a mistake and just sent it to me twice. If he did, hey, one to keep,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
to sell.
Cheers, Paul.
I'll keep it. But,
Paul says my voice isn't soothing.
oh
Thanks,
yeah,
Paul.
he sent me two. Okay, well that's great.
Giveaway.
Yeah, giveaway. There you go. Yeah, I mean, I just I forget what number this is, but I think episode 152. So I've been doing like continually. I did take a little bit of time off when my uncle passed away, but it's
Yeah,
very daunting running on a YouTube channel all the time, isn't it?
it is. It is.
Yeah.
It's hard work. I mean,
Hey,
I've been putting videos out every day. Either videos or live streams or both. Yeah,
yeah.
it's very hard work. It's grueling. I mean, I did 3 videos today, and I thought, oh.
Well, last question for you here. You mentioned that you wrote books. What books do you have out there, and what subjects are they on?
I write articles for
Okay.
newspapers, things like that.
Mhm.
I had one article that went into over 130 outlets about the top 10. Well, I did put 15, but the top 10 Star Wars items that have sold for the most money at auction. And I've written, I've helped out the Wall Street Journal for an article. So yeah, it's just mainly articles that I've done.
Hey, some
I
person.
did the last one I did was about Pokemon, and I know nothing about Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah.
But I
Because like
researched it and I wrote an article. It's
Mhm.
it's not rocket science,
Well,
is it?
what you call football is soccer to us.
Yeah.
And but I'm really shocked that you had like football.
Oh,
Uh,
I've been a
yeah.
Dolphins fan since 1984.
Hmm.
I used to
Okay.
play. I used to play American football over here.
Yeah. You got a few subs there, Blue, and
Thank you.
now
Yes.
you're monetized, are you not?
Yes, I am very well. I'm less. the 90 away from 2,000 now.
Awesome.
So yeah,
Awesome.
I did set myself a goal to get to 2,000 before Christmas, and I think I'm going to do that.
Is it just that you put up good content, or I mean, how do you get to
Well,
2,000 in the time that you've done it? What's your advice?
just
For getting,
just try be consistent.
yeah.
Get out onto other live streams as well. That
'Cause
helps.
you pretty much stream every day, don't you? Like I do.
Yeah, well, yeah, every other day.
Yeah.
There was a
Okay.
point when we first went into lockdown, I was doing 3-4 hours every night
Oh wow.
for 7 nights a week, and then we started the Pally Boys with a few other guys, and we were doing it every night for about 6 months or so, and it was just very hard. You just run out of things to talk about.
And you watch auctions on your set there and kind of cover that, don't you? Do you ever participate, or you just watch?
Um,
I mean, is there a way you can kind of bid by phone?
no, I just bid online, and I try not to watch as many now because I'm trying to save money because the Star Wars celebration in London next year in April, and I've got a little fund that I'm trying to save up. So I'm trying to stay away from the auction because it's so tempting. Like the other night, I bought something for £54, and I'm thinking, why have I bought that? But yeah, I'll try. Again, with being a dealer, it's okay sometimes to buy things because I can flip it and resell it. But
Yeah. So you actually have a license to sell in the UK?
Well, no, because it's eBay.
Okay. Yeah,
eBay.
you do eBay. Yeah.
And with the auction house as well, with the antique centre, I've got the cabinet. So that's.
See, I said last question. I keep throwing questions out at you,
That's
but
fine.
you're
Going.
very interested. You're very interesting to talk to, and of course, you've got a lot of stuff that I covet. Or, I mean, that I'm just blown away that you have. Your James Bond stuff, especially. But I like it all.
I'm mainly trying to collect what I had as a kid, what I wanted as a kid that I couldn't get, and I can get now.
That's a wide net there, Mark.
Yeah,
that's a wide net. Yeah,
very, very.
So you're living the dream.
I certainly am at the moment.
Yeah.
I am
at the moment. Yeah. Well, that's all. I
mean, I'm single, but I'm quite happy being single. I've been married twice over a period of 25 years, and to be single and to have all this, I'm finally happy.
Yep, the Iron Giant's back there. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. You have any Scooby Doo stuff?
Thank you, Lobot.
You have any Scooby Doo?
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, there's the little mystery machine.
I did have. I don't think I do. Do I have the little Scooby Doo van? No, I don't.
No?
I've got all this Playmobil stuff. Playmobil actually sent me stuff as well, believe it or not. They sent me the A-Team van and they sent me the Knight Rider car. But I don't have. They do excellent Scooby Doo stuff. They do the van. They do the haunted house, and I would love that. So maybe, maybe that's the next thing.
Yeah, now I've got a couple of the like Shaggy, and then the glowing guy that's in the underwater. I've got him, and like action figures. I think back here, as a matter of fact. But oh man, we could go on and on. I hope you'll come on. I know it's late for you, and it's often your stream.
It's tomorrow for me.
Yeah.
Sunday now.
Yeah. And
no, it's not a problem though. It's not a problem. I'll probably be up to this time anyway.
Yeah. So. Well, I appreciate you coming on. I hope you'll come on later. Some time down the road.
Anytime you want me. I'd
love to, because we
talking toys.
We talk similar language. Enjoy our childhood. Enjoy toys, movies.
Yeah.
TV.
I don't know who put me onto your channel. It might be Rolando. I think Rolando told me, because what we do on my live stream is sometimes we go over to people that are live to get people to go into their lives and say hello and to give them a bit of a boost.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Rolando that told me about your channel, so that's what we did. We put yours on, which we still do. We do it all the time, don't we?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a big UK following thanks
Yeah.
to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carrie's got a question there. Are you in the UK?
I'm in Leeds. Yeah.
Yeah, in Leeds.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I mean, thank you all for coming in. Please hit the like button if you haven't. And again, Blue Harvest, Mark, it was a great time. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope I didn't keep you too late.
No.
Loved
Loved it.
I'm
Loved
gonna
it.
go watch Batman, eat some popcorn, and enjoy
Yeah.
my evening.
Yeah. You're in the past. You can go watch the Batman.
That's right. I'll catch up with you eventually.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. Yes. What was your favorite Batman out of the movies?
Now, I'm prepared for that.
Okay. Well, good. Finally, you can field a question. Okay.
Batman 89.
Okay.
Have you got this comic? Have you got this set?
I don't have that one. No.
I do have all 5. There's 6, but I've got 5. Yeah, I'm waiting for number 6 to come out. Really
Okay.
good. It's after. It's like set after Batman Returns.
Okay. Well, I really meant actor wise. Who do you like that did Batman?
Batman 89, because it's got Billy D. Williams as Two-Face as in Batman 89.
Oh,
Batman 89.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
Billy, as Two-Face. Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah.
Because they did this as well. They did the Superman 78 as well, which is Christopher Reeve Superman.
Okay.
Which it's got Brainiac in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope they do more of those. They're really good. I still need to get the number 6 for Batman 89.
Sleeping Collectibles in here.
Hey, Sleeping.
Yeah. And he's got a wrench. So most of your mods that have come here, well, everyone has a wrench. I believe in giving wrenches out to everybody.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I do. I followed your lead on that one, actually. I think.
Oh, okay.
So it's just so people can put the links in, everybody can subscribe to each other.
Yeah. It's good to know. I've actually had some gamers, come in here too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, because I kind of cross over for the gaming people, the reselling community, the gaming community, the toy community. It's like a different communities as well cross over now.
Your culture. Yeah. Part of the culture. Yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for coming on. I really do.
No problem. Anytime.
Appreciate it. Enjoy your Sunday, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Sunday there now.
I'm going to my mum's tomorrow.
It's Saturday here, but it's
not
Sunday
being well.
there.
I'm going to go see her.
Very good. Well, I appreciate everyone that's came in here, all your mods, I'm sure. I'm sure we'll get some good views on here, and I hope we do on replay as well.
Yes.
And as always, say,